Evening, I'm Lee Partridge and welcome back to Col U TV for another midweek show. On the show this evening, we'll take a look back at the action and reaction from Monday night, as well as a preview of the Tranmere game that's coming up on Saturday. First up, though, we had an exciting game here at the JobServe Community Stadium on Monday with the Sky cameras here, of course, for the U's game against the league leaders. We had plenty of fans in the stadium for the game as well. So let's take a look back at the highlights from the match itself. There's the highlights from the game. Plenty for Wayne to digest and take out of that game as we look ahead to Tranmere on Saturday as they come to the JobServe Community Stadium. The interim head coach was in here after the game on Monday, offering his thoughts, and this is what he had to say.
Wayne, live on Sky, tough game against Forest Green. Must be quite pleased with how the lads played despite the defeat.
Yeah, a little bit like Tuesday night, really. Frustrated, disappointed, call it what you will, that we haven't come away from a tough game with any points. Because at the moment, they're the be all and the end all. But what we have got to hold on to is our discipline shape, the way that we were well structured, very hard to break down, nullified them for large portions of the game. And let's get it right, they're a good team. They're top of the league for a reason. They're top goal scorers in the league. And the league don't lie at this stage of the season. But I thought we nullified them for real long periods of the game. And we had the better chances to score goals. And ultimately, we are where we are because of that fact. But the lads have got to keep believing in what we're doing, playing off a real good shape, because we will create, because we've got good players. It's just now getting that bit of confidence and belief and being clinical in their box. And again, that's all that was missing today.
Yeah. And at the other end, conceding early, did that make it a little bit easier for Forest Green to try and play the game they wanted to without committing too many players forward?
I think it's always easier when you are ahead in a game to manage a game. But that said, did they manage the game really well? Probably not, because we had probably 5 or 6 really good chances. So as much as they had possession, and that was always going to be the case today, because we gave them a lot of respect, because they are good players and they do move the ball well with the rotations and movements. I felt that we got in a number of times into good areas and just wasn't clinical.
Yeah. I think the change room afterwards then, is it a balance between letting the players know that they need to be more ruthless and clinical, or just taking the positives that we're still getting in to those positions to score the goals?
You've got to demand out the players. That's what we're here to do. We've got high standards and we want to try and achieve whilst we're here. And in any way you're going to do that is by demands on the players that you've got at your disposal, whilst being really positive. I mean, you looked at the Orient game and it felt like a defeat a couple of weeks ago, and you know the lads are on their backsides in the changing room, and we had to lift them up with positivity, and we've done that again tonight. You know, we've got another tough game on Saturday here at home against Tranmere, and the lads need to be in a good mental space, and I think they are. I think they are, because I think they know themselves that they've played well tonight, that they've created against the top team, and there is confidence in what we're doing. So that won't be any different come Saturday. We will create again Saturday, and it's just about being ruthless.
Yeah, and you had to make 2 changes to the side this evening, but it's good that you've got the depth there and the players to come in and make it look like similar players going onto the pitch and doing a similar job.
That's right. The 2 individuals that missed out this evening have done well for us. You know, they've been a big part of what we've done in recent weeks, and they've obviously been a big loss to us. But the 2 individuals that came in tonight, I thought did well. Thought they had an impact. But it also gives other people an opportunity that have been patient in the squad. You know, young Donnell's come on tonight and made his debut, and that's brilliant for the kid to come on in what is a real tough game. But I thought he did well when he came on, had a real positive impact. Obviously, Junior's now got another opportunity coming on tonight for the last 10-15 minutes, and I thought he had an impact. And young Corey as well, coming on with 20 minutes to go, 25 minutes to go. So, you know, we have got a few injuries. We are going to miss a few people on international duty now as well. But it gives other people opportunity. And it's just those people need to be ready to hit the ground running and make an impact like the lads did tonight.
Yeah. And away from the football, it was the game for Ukraine today where the chairman's donated all the ticket money to the appeal over there for the refugees. Fantastic night and well supported by over 6,000 people here.
Fantastic gesture from Robbie. It just shows you the man that he is. And again, I'd just like to thank all the fans really that came to support not just the team but Ukraine as well, because you know they need it. Obviously, they need their support from all over the world, and it just shows from us, Colchester United, the amount of backing that we're willing to put in as a club. And as I said, just echoing my first comment there, it's down to Robbie, because you know it's a fantastic gesture, and as I said, it just shows you what sort of a man he is.
There's the boss's thoughts after the game on Monday, and I'm sure Wayne will have his side well drilled and prepared again on Saturday for another promotion-chasing side who are coming to Essex. Let's hear the views from the changing room and also what it was like to be out there on the field of play on Monday evening.
John, unfortunately we were defeated 1-0, but the lads must be pleased with the positives we can take from the game.
Yeah, we created chances. They had a few, but we didn't feel that threatening considering where they are in the league. We're just disappointed not to make the most of our chances and get a few goals.
Yeah, and that was the message the head coach Wayne Brown's just told us as well. But he's pleased with the fact that we're still creating those chances. We did on Tuesday more than Bristol Rovers, and we have again today against top of the league side Forest Green. So that it must give you a good heart going into the last 8 games in the season.
Yes, definitely. I feel like with the squad that we have, we're very, very confident that we create chances and we will continue to create chances. I think now the next step is just converting the half chances, I guess. I think that's what all the best teams do. As you say, the Forest Greens and the Bristol Rovers the other night. Again, it wasn't the clear cut. It's that little bit of quality. So I think that's what we got added, and we got that in abundance. So I'm sure it will come. Yeah,
and on a personal note, you must be pleased that your minutes have got more. You're looking fitter, especially after COVID really knocked you.
Yeah, definitely. Knocked me more than I thought it would. But it's been a gradual, slow process, which is quite frustrating for myself, but feeling a lot better and I'm glad to get the minutes tonight.
Yeah, and has that meant different training for you in terms of getting that fitness up? Was there protocols in place of how much you could train in those early days when you got back into training?
A little bit at first. Obviously, it knocks your fitness back a little bit, so it was just a long slog. to be honest with you. But yeah, finally on the other end of it,
Yeah.
feels good.
And you must want now to play as big a part as you could possibly play in the next 8 games.
Yeah, definitely. I just want to kick on and help the team and play well, score goals. That's the aim.
Cheers, John.
There's the thoughts from the dressing room after the game. The final thoughts on what was a good, fantastic fundraising evening here at Colchester United for the people of Ukraine. I hope you'll all agree that the money is going to a great cause and much needed for the people of Ukraine. There's another bit of fundraising coming up with the playing shirts from Monday night's game to be auctioned off shortly. So keep your eyes out for any announcement on the socials or the club website in the next few weeks. An update on the money that was raised so far from Monday evening's game for Ukraine is in excess of £65,000, including the ticket sales and donations on the Just Giving page. The Just Giving page is still live, so head across to the website if you'd like to donate to the cause. And I'd just like to say a massive well done to everybody at the club and all the fans that have supported this initiative as we continue to support the people of Ukraine. On to this weekend's game now, and let's take a look at who might be lining up against us on Saturday afternoon. Tranmere Rovers coming to the game having turned around their mid-season wobble. Mickey Mellon's side endured a bit of a rough patch after a 4-0 home defeat to Forest Green at home, picking up just 2 wins in their next 8 games. But Rovers are now 3 matches unbeaten with 2 wins and a draw, picking up a point on the road at Sutton United last weekend. Tranmere are not a side that have a goal scorer that is leading the way at the top of the division, but Elliot Nevitt has 6 goals to his name. He is closely followed by Kieran Morris on 5 and another 5 players on 4 just behind him. And although goals have been coming from across the pitch, Mellon's side are the lowest scorers in the top 10 with 44 in 38 games, but their frugal defence has helped them maintain a promotion push late into the season, with Tranmere's keeper Ross Doohan keeping 13 clean sheets in 29 games. Rovers have conceded just 33 goals this season, with only Forest Green better in their defence, and Saturday's visitors' defence starts further up the pitch with former Liverpool midfielder Jay Spearing anchoring the midfield. The 33-year-old central midfielder has received credit for his battling, tough tackling style on the wheel, and he will be up against our very own Brendan Wirrigal in that department this weekend. Earlier in the season, the U's were undone by a Tranmere at Prenton Park, with Hayden Mullen's side falling to a 2-0 defeat, and Wayne Brown will be doing everything he can to prevent a repeat of that performance here at the JobServe Community Stadium. As you can see, there's plenty of goals in the Tranmere side, and with one of the strongest defences in the league, they'll be a tough nut to break down. But we've been good in the past against better sides in our division. Let's take a look back at a previous Tranmere game before we go. And I'll just remind you also that if you do want to contact us here in the studio or for the programmes or for the big screen on match days, it's media@colchesterunited.net. Media@colchesterunited.net. If you want to say hello to someone or an anniversary, whatever it may be, that's how to contact us here at the club. That's about it for now. I'll leave you with some highlights. Harry Totham will be in the studio on Saturday, but until then, have a great week and we'll see you again here at the weekend.